MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada for tonight's main event. 12 rounds. Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do as round one is underway.
Use your feet.
What's the best punch for a tall puncher against a shorter puncher?
Well, it's got to be the jab, because the jab is the measuring stick. It makes sure that the taller man keeps that advantage. Makes sure that the shorter man stays where he belongs.
Ortiz is hurt by a superb hook to the head.
That's okay. That's okay.
Solid left hand to the head. Able to get rid of that one. Halfway through this round here.
That's okay. That's all right. Now pay him back. Go pay him back.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. That's a good left hand by Ortiz. Final 10 seconds of round number one. This round comes to an end. A round in which this fighter threw a lot of punches, didn't land a lot of punches. I'll tell you, what advice can you give to him if you're the trainer?
Well, first of all, deal with the psychological part. Joe, don't forget, 75% of this game is psychological. Don't let him get discouraged, because even though he's not going to say nothing, in his head, he's starting to get discouraged. Just say to him, hey, listen, you're going to catch him. Let's shorten him up a little bit. And you know what? He's moving his head, so go to the body. Because now you're going to hit him a little in the body, because the body's not moving.
Frustrating his opponent with great defense. On the mark with the straight left hand. Oh, what a power punch by the Brown Bomber. That right hand serving him well. 90 seconds to go here in this round. A knifing left hand by Ortiz. Heading into this fight, we talked about what each man can do offensively. What each man wants to do is have varied punches throughout.
Exactly, and what he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to be predictable.
Ortiz's left landing well. He brings an uppercut that really does damage. Oh, he gets hit by a left hand that he had no clue on. That's where he wants to be able to do some damage with his opponent backed up against the ropes. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. The Brown Bombers doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. Start of a new round. Ortiz is making it look like the start of a fresh fighter. Remember, he was stunned in that last round, but Teddy, he looks fully recovered now.
Well, it tells me two things. One, he has good genetics. He recovers fast, you know, physically. But it also tells me he had a good camp. He came here in great shape, and he's getting the benefit of that right now.
The Brown Bombers done a good job there, offensively scoring with that left hand. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Blocks away that headshot. Ortiz is showing us that his legs may not be completely underneath him the way he wants them to be after being stunned earlier. He's really hanging on in there. He's tying up a lot.
Yeah, but he's being allowed to. I have to say that right now as a trainer, that he's allowed to do that. His opponent should not cooperate with him. He should take a little step back and make sure he takes advantage. Don't let him tie up.
10 seconds to go in this third round. That's a flush shot, banking away those body shots with the left hand.
Beautiful.
The Brown Bombers up around here after 3 rounds on Teddy's scorecard, but really nobody has distinguished themselves to any great amount so far. Ortiz is able to land a nice clean left hand. A little head hunting with the right.
Jab, jab, jab.
Ortiz's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch.
Keep moving. You got to see that coming.
Back to basics here, as you can see the jab becoming a key instrument for him.
Boxing 101. You have an opponent walking in. You want to stay on the outside? Use that jab.
Come on, kid. Focus.
90 seconds to go in round number 4. Great counter punch, and I loved how he moved off to the side and then landed it.
Let's go ahead. Watch the hook.
Wow, is he defensively sound. He just missed that shot up top. Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. Little head hunting with the left. And that round comes to an end. And you know, I've turned to you many times throughout our careers broadcasting together and said, why is this guy not throwing punches? I just don't get it, Teddy.
Oh, there's 2 reasons usually. One is he's not in shape. In this case, I think he's in shape. He doesn't want to throw. I know that boggles your mind, too. What do you mean he doesn't want to throw? You think it to yourself. He's a fighter. He's in the ring. He knows that he has to throw punches. But if he throws punches, he also has to put himself in a position where the guy's going to throw back. That means he has to take more chances. And some guys would rather not take those chances.
The Brown Bombers well off the mark that time. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counterpuncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Halfway into round number 5 here. Accurate shot, straight right hand comes in. He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with this counterpunching. I like the way he went up top that time with the hook. 10 seconds to go in this round. Teddy, what advice would you be giving to this charge if you were training him, knowing he's coming off of a good solid effort in that last round and likely is up in a close fight?
Well, you know, sometimes I'm not sure what to tell a guy, but I know what not to tell him. I wouldn't tell him he's up. I wouldn't tell him to let up. That's one thing for sure. I tell him, keep doing the same things you're doing. Stay right with it.
Keep moving, keep moving. That's it, that's it.
Ortiz is doing a poor job. There's no other way to really say it. I mean, he's sitting there trying to stay committed to being a counterpuncher, but in the meantime, the fight is getting away from him in a big way.
Yeah, he needs a plan B right now. You know, he came in with plan A, Joe, but plan B is what he needs. He has to find another way to create offense. He's not going to be able to do it countering on the back end.
Reaching the halfway point of round number 6.
That's it.
Ortiz is stunned by that shot. The Brown Bombers left, working well that time. Left to the body. Ortiz is damaged by that shot upstairs. How about a return to sender with the left hand?
Beat him to the punch. Come on, champ. Beat him to the punch now.
The Brown Bombers' objective is to land that jab, and he did so right there. Final 10 seconds. One of those fights were at the halfway point. I wouldn't even venture a guess as to what the scorecard should look like. And I don't know that it even matters. All I know is this. Both guys have brought their A games. Both guys have come here to fight tonight.
What you know is that it's become a real war of wills. Two stubborn guys, and they're going to continue to argue right to the end.
The Brown Bombers' right hand working well that time. He scored well. Scores up top with a left. Ortiz is doing exactly what he told us he would do. Now, he was stunned earlier in this fight, but he's sticking to that game plan.
You know, I like that. You know, I want to see how a guy behaves under pressure. He hasn't panicked, you know. He still believes in his identity, believes in his talents, his abilities, and he's going to stay that way unless the guy convinces him later on.
There you go.
At the halfway point of round 7. And he ties up on the inside. Blocks that punch. He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with the counterpunching.
Well, the old timers used to say, when you're calm in there, when you're in control in there, you can make him do what you want. He made him tie his shoelaces right there.
There's a straight right hand. That's a razor-sharp uppercut by the Brown Bomber. To the head he goes with a left hand. 10 clicks of the talk. Scored well with that straight left. And this round comes to an end. Teddy, this is where things can start to change, and I think we've seen it in these past few rounds leading up to this 8th round. Your scorecard now shows a slight margin in his favor.
Yeah, he's like that kid in the classroom, you know. All of a sudden he stands up. He says, hey, gets the teacher's attention, and he says, hey, I want to be heard.
Oh, he's been heard the past few rounds.
I want to be counted.
Big shot comes crashing home.
Well, you go straight back, you're going to pay a price. He paid a big one there.
The Brown Bomber's reckless. There's really no other way to describe it right now with the way he's punching than to say it's reckless.
It's reckless, and in a moment, he's going to pay a price for that recklessness.
Focus. Focus.
90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8. Little head knocking with that right hand. Ortiz is smashed by a hook. Look at the accuracy with that hook upstairs.
Relax. Come on now, relax. Deep breathe. Nice work, nice work, nice work. Unload right now. More punches, baby. Punches and bunches. Let's see it. Let the fist go. Let him go. Keep working the body.
Oh, what a whiff by Ortiz.
You need to move your head.
And we are back underway. Another round in a fight that's been very entertaining, but I wouldn't want to be a judge. This is one of those fights that could go either way.
Keep your hands up.
Sending out the power shot. It was a straight left hand. And a sharp counter punch by Ortiz.
You're doing great, Sam. Keep going.
How about that left hand? 90 seconds into the 9th round. Committing to the work down. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. He is down on the floor after taking that shot.
And there's a lot of time left in the round.
One, two, three, four.
Down he goes. Now up he gets.
And if he wants to stay up, he's going to have to grab on, kill a little time.
The Brown Bombers' defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch.
Focus.
He clinches when he gets to the inside. The Brown Bombers getting himself into the mix now, landing that left hand. Piercing jab. He has his target. He lands the straight right. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. And Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Tried the hook, didn't get it. The Brown Bombers is seasoned pro, and old pros tend to fall into the same patterns. Nothing has changed with him stylistically since he's been knocked down in this fight.
Well, that falls right into that pattern or that cliche.
Wow! He was just bulldozed right there. One punch knockout power ends this fight.
By way of knockouts, your winner, the Brown Bomber, Wilder.
The Brown Bombers, the man. One single punch, one solid knockout. That's all it took.
And I love the way he did it. He tricked him into it. He made him walk in a little bit and then bang.